So robotic affirmations, they're the most powerful way to recode your reality. What do I mean by recode your reality? If you look at your reality around you, it's almost like a video game. It's exactly like a video game. There's bosses, there's levels, there's things you have to complete, there's daily tasks, there's things you have to do because you're in the video game. All you have to do is, like an actual video game, hack it. We've all had cheat codes. When I played Grand Theft Auto, when I played video games when I was younger, I had some cheat codes. I input the cheat code and I started flying. I got infinite money glitch. I did a bunch of stuff. Treat your life like that. Figure out the cheat code. What is the cheat code? It's very simple. It's repetitive thought. That's why we're using robotic affirmations. There's many techniques. Robotic affirmation isn't the only one, but it is my favorite. What is robotic affirmation? It's just the act of repetitively thinking something so hard and so repetitively that it's ingrained into your subconscious. Once it's ingrained to your subconscious, you start dreaming about it, you start visualizing about it, you start only thinking about that one repetitive thought, and then your life gets coded in real time. You'll bring what you want into your real life. There's countless examples of that. Before we get into the examples of who've done it and how they've done it, I want to explain the science behind it. All you're doing is training your subconscious to fire the right neurons. Our brain is a magnificently powerful thing. It has so many neurons, neural pathways, muscles, fibers. There's things in your brain that you cannot fully understand. We probably will never fully understand it, but just know this. If you think about it, and if your brain puts that energy into it, it will bring itself into your reality. You make it magically appear. When I say magically appear, you start working your life in ways that you can fathom it appearing. If you think it could appear for you like instantly, then it will happen like that. If you think you have to work for it, or you have to deserve it by doing this or doing that or doing this, then you'll start doing this, doing that, and working your way towards that manifestation. Either way, both ways work. You can instantly do it, and you can work on it in increments. It's however your brain easily does it for you. Figure that out. For every manifestation, it's different. It's not like you're going to figure out the one way that works for you. Some manifestations, some goals require a little bit more effort, and some are just easy for your subconscious. It's not the manifestation, it's your subconscious that is your blocker. No matter how big the manifestation is, it is not the limiting factor. The limiting factor is your subconscious. We're using robotic affirmations to reprogram our subconscious. So you know the science behind it. It's the neural pathways. It's training your subconscious to only think about one thing so much and so frequently that it actually happens. I'm going to tell you what methods to use to actually train your subconscious. Before I do that, I want you to craft a proper robotic affirmation. When you're thinking about crafting a robotic affirmation, think about it being clear, think about it being easy, think about it being impactful. You can do 2 to 3 at a time. You have to be very specific. You don't want to craft a robotic affirmation and leave out detail. Because what happens if you want to manifest $1 million, but you don't tell it how you want to manifest, or you don't tell it specifically that you want the $1 million. You'll manifest counting $1 million. Maybe you get a job as a bank teller, and you're counting money all day. You have to manifest specifically the actual goal. I want $1 million in my bank account. I can't believe $1 million is deposited into my bank account. I earn $1 million every month. $1 million is easy. $1 million is in my bank account. $1 million is in my bank account. I've hit $1 million on my bank account, and so on and so forth. Craft affirmations that are specific to you. If you want money, craft it so that it is in your possession. If you want fame, craft it so that you actually get the fame and you just don't get a random gig somewhere where you're famous off of a meme or something. If you want something, make sure it's specifically mapped out in your head, and you use an affirmation that specifically gets you that thing. Say you want to be with someone. My SP loves being with me and spends time with me Always. My SP wants to marry me. She loves me. She wants to marry me. My SP is marrying me. My SP is so ecstatic that she is marrying me. I want to craft an affirmation that gives me the goal and puts it in my pathway, not in the general vicinity. Don't do random affirmations. Make sure you craft it specifically for your situation. All right, I needed to get that out of the way, but now let's get on to the methods. What methods are we using? There's specific techniques. There's 2 times a day where you have to, no ifs, ands, and buts, have to do your robotic affirmations. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you do robotic affirmations, first of all. So some of you guys just don't know for some reason. Robotic affirmations, most of the time, are meant to be done in your head. You can say it out loud, but I do it in my head most of the time. I would repeat my affirmations in my head over and over and over and over again. I usually do 1 affirmation. You can do 2 to 3. I just do 1 because that's just how I've been doing it. But I've heard through other teachers and through online forums that people do 2 to 3. So you can do 2 to 3. Say your affirmation over and over and over again in your head. There's things you can do to escalate this energy in your head to make your subconscious get trained faster. Before I discuss that, I'm going to give you 2 specific times a day that you have to do these affirmations. You want to do it in the morning when you first wake up, within the first 15 minutes. The reason why is because when you first wake up, you're in a specific state where your subconscious is more easily attacked. When I say attack, we need to physically attack your subconscious. Your subconscious is the enemy in this situation. It does not want to think of anything that it doesn't see. It's not seeing $1 million, so it's not trying to think of $1 million. You need to force it to believe you have it. You need to force it to believe that you are a millionaire, that you are the best person alive, that you have that person you want. You need your subconscious to actually believe it. Once your subconscious believes it, it comes into reality. So the first 15 minutes is when we attack. We start saying our affirmations over and over and over and over again for 15 minutes. And the second time of day is at night, 15 minutes prior to bed. So what I do it a little different. I say my affirmations for 15 minutes, but I usually take a while to fall asleep because I have trouble falling asleep. So I play a affirmation tape that I recorded. I recorded it with a specific sound wave in the background. I believe it's data waves. So you can YouTube a data wave video, download the audio, download the data wave audio. You can get them in different formats. I got the white noise. You can get like rainforest data waves or ocean waves data waves, whatever you want. Download that, put it on any audio editor. I use Audacity, and then record over that sound wave your affirmations. What I do is I record my affirmations for like 2 minutes over and over again. Then I copy and paste throughout the whole track. Then I put it on repeat. Usually for 45 minutes to an hour. Then I download it to my phone or post it on an unlisted YouTube video and play it as I go to sleep. And what's great about YouTube is you can set it to replay over and over again while you're sleeping. But I only do it for 45 minutes prior to sleep because I take a little extra to fall asleep. I can't plan my 15 minutes prior to sleeping. That's what I do at night. You can also use that tape throughout the day, but I use it at night. Those are the 2 times you have to do. No if, ands, and buts, no questions about it. You have to do those 2 times a day, 15 minutes. Other than that, when you're doing menial tasks, when you're on the train, not doing anything, when you're watching a video, you can be watching my video right now and be saying your affirmation. The way you do this is maybe with lower energy than normal, but I can say I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire in my head while I listen to my YouTube video or podcast, or I listen to music. I can say it. And also make sure you listen to proper music. Don't listen to negative music anymore. Only listen to positive music, especially when you're doing affirmations. So you want to do those things. So menial tasks, that means when you're taking the train, when you're driving, if you can. Don't do it it takes too much energy for you. Some people say it's hard for them to say the affirmations in their head. If you're not the one to be able to drive and do the affirmations, don't do it. You can do it while you're doing house chores, when you're playing video games, when you're yeah, like anything. When you're in class, just do it randomly in your head. Make it a habit. What I also do is set reminders on my phone, like actual physical alarms on my phone. I set them out throughout the day to remember to do these affirmations. I do it throughout the day for any specific goal. That's the method of robotic affirmation. This is how I want you to do it. This is how most people do it. They do it in those 2 blocks, 15 minutes at the start of the day and 15 minutes at night. For me, I do the 15 minutes at night, but then I also play that tape, that subliminal data wave brain tape that I make. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that eventually. But I want to figure out how to do it so everyone has access to it. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it on my phone, because most people have phones. Not a lot of people have computers like I have this computer here. But I do it on my computer. So that's what you want to do. The data wave track, you can play it whenever you want. I don't play it during the day. I play it at night. That's my specific time I play it. And then I set those reminders on my phone to do my affirmations. I usually have it set to be done 5 times throughout the day at least. I have multiple reminders on my phone. I don't hit every single one. Sometimes I snooze it. But I have like almost 9 reminders on my phone to do the thing. And I make sure I do at least 5 of them. Sometimes I hit all 9. That's just me personally. You can set 40 reminders on your phone and try to hit all 40. That's if that works for you. But I also do it when I remember, or when I'm free, or when I'm doing something that doesn't require too much brain power. All right. So after that was the methods, I want to talk about case studies. So what are case studies? This is just how it has worked for me. So when I started doing these robotic affirmations, I started seeing some success in things that weren't working for me. I had a 9-to-5 where I was fully backed up working the 9-to-5. I made a couple investments that were going bad. I tried to do a car rental. I bought a Bentley GTC 2017, a convertible Bentley, and I was renting it out, luxury car. Someone messed it up, like pretty bad in a crash. Insurance wasn't properly done. And I was like, what? This sucks. I ended up losing a decent amount of money on that. And I was trying so hard to make these investments work for me. And I realized nothing was working. Nothing, no matter what I did, it always ended in disaster. I opened a retail location, a store, and the store burned down. Like, it physically burnt down. I was like, this is horrible. Why is everything bad happening to me? Then I got into robotic affirmation. I knew about manifesting. I was always trying to manifest a good life. But then I got into robotic affirmation. And I started robotically affirming that my store was doing better. My store got better, and I started getting more clients, and I started doing good. And that store that burnt down, we rebuilt it. We got it up to a good amount of revenue, and we opened another location. And another location. So I have 3 locations off of that one that burnt, and that started from a fire. I started in the hole with that store. But through robotic affirmation and making my mindset that my store was successful and that I was worth being successful with the store, I built that out to 3 locations. That's my case study, but you can see case studies throughout the internet. If you look at Sammy Ingram, I love Sammy Ingram. She robotically affirmed her relationship, her house, and a bunch of her online business. She says she makes however much money with her online business, but she affirmed a multi-$100,000 house, loving relationship, and a online business that makes probably a few $100,000 a month. And she is insane with her robotic affirmation technique. She's a great person to watch because she goes into explaining it, and also she actually practices the stuff. You don't want people just talking about it. You want people that actually practice what they preach. A lot of these people online say they do robotic affirmation. They just say it because it's a trend. It's a trendy topic. It's not a trendy topic for me. I actually was saved by this stuff. And you can see people actually use it online for good. So if you want more case studies, just look at Sammy Ingram. Look at her videos. There's a couple of challenges to overcome when you're doing a robotic affirmation. there's doubt that will naturally come up. When you have doubt around your affirmations, just ignore them, acknowledge them, but ignore them. Do not react. Do not react to the doubt. You will have fear, you will have doubt, you will have anxiety. If it gets too hard for you to actually manifest that specific goal, there's steps you can do to overcome that blockage. I like to call these blockers or blockages. But for now, just ignore it. If it continues to be a blockage for you, you might have to rework your affirmation to get over that blockage. But once you have a doubt, you start aggressively affirming more, and maybe you start doing self-concept stuff. Try to switch it up, because you don't want to continually have doubt when you affirm, because that's a common thing that happens. When you start affirming, naturally a doubt will start creeping in your head. Don't let it creep. Don't let it hang out. Kick it out and try to focus on something else. You can also integrate other manifestation techniques as well. I like to do visualization. I like to do a dream board, and I like to do meditation, and I do some yoga. I stopped doing yoga for whatever reason. I need to start doing that again, but it really helps clear your mind, clear your body, and it makes you in the right mental space, meditation and yoga, to actually attack your manifestations and attack your subconscious. It opens you up. Those are good tools. If you have a computer, I recommend using Audacity and downloaded data waves to actually make a data wave track. Audacity is a free audio editing tool. If you have an Android phone or iPhone, there are free audio editors. You have to figure it out for yourself for now until I figure it out for you and make a video. But that is all. You want to do the data wave track at night or whenever you can. You want to do the 2 15-minute sessions in the day at least. And you want to set alarms or set reminders somehow for you to remember to actually do your robotic affirmations throughout the day. And you want to be so good with the robotic affirmations that you can do them in autopilot. They're called robotic affirmations for a reason. Do them on autopilot. It's supposed to be robotic. A robot is supposed to be doing it for you. You're not doing it. It's automated, all right? So don't put too much energy into it. Just do it. Your energy will be built off of them. You're not putting energy into the affirmations. They're giving you the energy to go about your day and live your life and bring the stuff you want to you. Thanks for watching as always. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or questions or ideas for other videos on robotic affirmation, please leave a comment down below and share the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.